think it's fair to say that Videology's focus has always been the core constituents within the TV buying community and also the TV selling and distribution community. So whether you're an MVPD or a broadcaster, those are also our customers. And I think increasingly over the last couple of years, that latter group of broadcasters and distributors has really woken up in a big way to, two things. One, the opportunity that taking an advanced technology-driven approach can help them, but also the threat that there are new companies who have never had anything to do with TV before, who have a very strong view about how they could disrupt the value chain and reorder it without some of the traditional broadcasters, without some of the traditional distributors being a part of it.
So tell us, you made a presentation and you talked about the striking similarities, though, around the world about systems that need to be solved. Could you explain that a little bit?
Sure, yeah, and I think it's reflective of where we work as a company. I think our business is global in nature, but it's really focused and most of our business is concentrated in the major 10 TV markets around the world. And we observe in those markets that a lot of the same challenges are facing the industry, especially if you are a content creator, a media seller, or a distributor. What you're seeing is heavy device proliferation, not a surprise to anyone, consumption of traditional television fragmenting, while at the same time total consumption of content going through the roof. So how you tackle that problem without a series of point solutions is the common problem these guys are facing. There are fantastic companies out there who are experts at each one of those point solutions, whether it's set-top boxes or whether it's IPTV or whether it's over the top. There are experts who have developed businesses to work in that environment. What the industry now needs is something to elevate above that content-specific silo into a way where they can use their data and unify all of those silos. And the thing that's really been challenging is you have a series of legacy businesses that were built for a very different problem than the one that's presented itself to companies like Sky, companies like AT&T, companies like Yahoo in Japan. Right? These companies are all looking at it and saying, the notion that big competitors like Google and Facebook have first-party data, which is very powerful and can link up these different silos, is a huge threat to them. And now they're looking and saying, I've had a legacy set of systems, how do I unify and elevate those systems to offer a worthwhile alternative?
Cool, and finally, there's been a lot of talk about Addressable, and I know you work closely with operators in the US and with Sky, but there are challenges to addressability, to the delivery to the household on a global basis. In Europe, there are some privacy issues in certain countries. What is the promise of addressability in a global way? Is it delivered through the set-top box or through IP delivered, or how do you sort of see that developing?
Our company kind of philosophy on this is we don't care. And by that, I don't mean to be flippant. I mean, we built the technology to work with whichever functionality enables whichever device. And I think set-top boxes will play an important part of how addressability happens. I think IPTV will play an important part of it. I think that over-the-top will play an important part of that. And the mix between those things is going to shift. I think it's natural to understand that set-top box-based addressability, while a major part today, will shrink over time. That is just the nature of technology and broadband going over the top, becoming more and more prolific. So for us, we look at all those companies and say, we are fantastic fans of guys doing set-top box addressability. We're huge fans of guys doing ad serving in IP devices. We're huge fans of guys doing IP delivery into over-the-top stuff. For us, it's about unifying those different things and not being hell-bent on one of those point solutions.